Everyone, welcome back to the SMB3 Randomizer Tournament of 2021. We've got another match in the quarterfinals for you. My name is Dustby, and with me is
Diesel Pilot. Welcome, friends. Welcome. And let me tell you a little bit about what we have here. We have two of the highest ranked runners in the SMB3 Randomizer. On the left in the red box, we got proa007. On the right in the blue box, we got HUmanMustard. And chat, get your guesses for World 1. So, you know what? I think reverse world order. Let's do it. What do you think, Dustminion?
I'm going to say 5, I guess.
Well, either way, we'll find out here in a moment. Looks like the flag is dropped. The countdown is gone, and we'll be on our way momentarily. So I'm looking forward to 3 races. How about you? And how about you, chat?
Same. I've been looking forward to this match for a while now.
And I'd be disappointed if they didn't give us anything but an outstanding show. And right off the gate, we got World 4.
And there's a council right there. What is the... Oh!
That's not expected. HUmanMustard getting the nasty hitbox off the handlebars, and he's going to go pick an item up.
A hammer suit right off the gate.
Now, the question is, does he use it? And he does. Now, I did see on the world map, I saw a number 7 panel, which means this will be the only fortress in World 4, so it will definitely be the one that builds that bridge.
Now, can Mustard hang on to that hammer suit? Because that'll waste the...
Oh,
okay, never mind.
I think he got a little bit excited throwing hammers at thwops, and that was an unfortunate hit. Drop.
His first airship is the 5th one.
Well, anything can happen in these races, and I think we are seeing just that, anything happening. Proa looks like he's already got about easily a 1-minute lead off HUmanMustard going out of World 4, and a very short World 4 it was. Only 1 action stage required, and that being that fortress.
Yeah, this was a pretty quick giant land, all things considered.
So, and
but will the other worlds be as courteous?
Oh, you never know. We could have a giant mess of a World 6, which is what we have coming up.
Well, there's a pipe right there, so yeah, we checked that.
That is a given. And looking around, we only saw 1 number 10 panel, and looks like Proa is going to go and check out one of our action stages and finds stage 2-4. Here, HUmanMustard has escaped from Giant Land at about the 2-minute 40-second mark. He gets his letter from the princess. And Proa is making his way backwards to that fort. So he had, one way or another, it looked like he had to take some action stages, and he found out that was the quicker route where he wanted to be. With only 1 action stage required. And HUmanMustard is going to take the same solution to that question.
Yep. And we saw there was a second 10, so that's 2 fortresses, at least. Yeah, actually 2 fortresses, because there were 2 locks.
That would be a limit of 2 fortresses then. And I'm pretty sure that if you or I saw it, then both of those guys saw it. They are very well skilled and learn very quickly how to manage the game. And HUmanMustard's making a decision about where he wants to go, whether he wants to collect an item or something. does a nice job against the Fire Bros and exchanges his tail for firepower.
Alright, a cloud for Pro-A. Star for Mustard.
Ooh, nice.
And a music box for Pro-A. So those are our items for the Hammer Brothers in this world, and hello, Boss Bass.
3-7. Pro decides to go and get the item in 3-7. It's early in the seed. He chooses to avoid it. He's going to exit a little bit more quickly, so he's definitely going for speed, not interested in the item.
Not a bad idea.
Especially racing somebody like HUmanMustard, you know that every second could count. We've had races decided by less than just a few seconds, and if you're confident in your ability to navigate the game, might as well just run through it.
Yeah, when you're in the quarterfinals, you gotta play like you're like several levels behind, just get going.
HUmanMustard backing up to get an item, and that's definitely worth it. Trades a cloud to get, or trades a star to get a cloud. That puts him even with Proa, and that could, depending on how they spin that cloud, be a very important decision.
Oh, his momentum. He got he got stopped by the corner, and that killed his P-speed.
Just barely sticking with it. HUmanMustard comes out, gets the exit on 3-7 normally. Proa taking out the Boom Boom Fight in 6F1, and 3, and he's done. So we had 4F2 and 6F1 in World 6. And normally in the randomizer, it's said that World 4 fortresses tend to clump together. That doesn't happen this time.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. It's just a frequent occurrence.
Indeed. Oh, nicely done using the strats to fly above a significant portion of 3-1 and makes his way out. And now a 50-50 chance of which level they want to play. And Proa picks the level it ends up being 1-6.
You get the speed. Yep. There's just enough room to get P-speed and flight.
Otherwise, you never know. You don't want to take a blind jump onto that enemy. In the vanilla game, it's a Koopa Paratroopa, but in the randomizer, you could be jumping onto a fire snake, and that's not going to help you make the rest of that hit.
Ain't that the truth?
As they leave the World 6, they find Wendy's airship from World 3. But we'll be playing Lemmy here in a moment. This one is an interesting arena, since it is a flat arena that we have to play Lemmy on. That means he could, well, it's not going to matter. Proa takes him out in just 2 hits.
Yeah.
HUmanMustard decides to pick the bottom route as he finds that 50-50 choice and finds World 1-4. So not a significant difference between the two worlds as far as speed, as long as the runners can make a run for it. It's not like we had a choice between 1-6 and Atlantis.
Look at all those forts.
A 3-4 World 1. This could be a long route through World 1.
Yeah, we're still rocking the bracket flag set, so those hammers aren't gonna help with the locks at all.
No, they won't do a thing. All they'll do is let's blow the rocks in a couple of the stages, including 2 we've already seen.
Yeah. It looks like you can use hammer to break that rock that's next to that toad house, but you actually can't.
it's just one of those things, I guess, partly because in the vanilla game, it's before you've ever encountered a hammer. They just didn't put a road there.
Yeah, they didn't. Since there's no hammers available in the vanilla World 1, there's no reason to tag it as hammerable.
So Pro looks like about a minute 20-second lead on HUmanMustard as HUmanMustard clears and finishes World 2.
Now he has to make a choice.
And Pro takes the high road, finds 3F2, our swamped submerged fortress.
This could give Mustard time to get even if he makes the correct choice.
And if he chooses the same thing Pro did, then they'll just be still neck and neck. I just kind of wonder if in these races, if runners get something in their minds, like they just prefer to always take the top road or the one on the left when they have these choices.
Well, that was the correct one.
Indeed, that will open up the path to the last two action stages on the Hanabos.
I can't speak for other racers, but I think the the method of choosing is whatever is closest to you.
That's definitely one way to make the decision and make it quick and easy. Something I have thought about, though, watching the runners, is I've seen sometimes you see them kind of get a little bit indecisive about, do they want to do this or that one, and it can eat up seconds. But if you've already got your decision made, you already know what your formula is going to be. Yeah, make it quick, and get on with the game. Pro doing a nice job getting through 6-9, one of the two underground lake levels in World 6.
Mustard has also chosen correctly, and we should catch up with Pro-A momentarily. Oh, Pro using a cloud.
So Pro did use that cloud, yeah, as he exited to bypass the last stage in World 1. We might see HUmanMustard do the same thing, in which case we'd never know what that stage is.
That's the 3-hit Larry. So, 3 worlds done at 11:23.
Talk about jet seeds. This is definitely it. And HUmanMustard. Yeah.
It's possible to do this jump as big. It's just easier to do it as small.
He is definitely going to give it a shot. We got some guesses for World 5 in chat. HUmanMustard deciding he spent enough time trying to get that wall jump, and he's out. He's going to go through 6-9 normally.
That's like the third leaf that Peach has given us.
Maybe she's trying to have a salad. Maybe it's a commentary on Mario's weight.
Or a warning that the next up is Piranha Fort.
Could have been that as well, and I think a Fire Flower would have been my preferred power for Piranha Fort, but either way, they're not going to use it going in, they're just going to go and play it straight. And HUmanMustard. So it was one of these beta stages that Proa skipped with his cloud.
That's clever idea to trigger the swamp before making the oh no! Got cornered by that spiny there.
Raced the spiny back to the pipe, and it bit him.
Okay, we're scouting Paradox Pipe.
I didn't have enough time to really tell.
Yeah, this was quicker.
Second time through 5-3, HUmanMustard just takes a Buzzy Beetle Shell to get rid of that spiny on the way out. That will definitely add to Proa's advantage on his way in as he makes his way through World 4. You know, a jet seed, significant advantage it is.
The thing is, Mustard still has his cloud, so we might see it here when he gets there.
Definitely would be a good choice. Spade is stage. In addition to the trolley underwater enemies, just getting a lot of lag in it.
Bloopers tend to do that, especially in that stage.
Especially those nanny bloopers, and with the top and bottom stages, the game trying to track all that. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, now, is he going to use power up? He is. I definitely agree with this choice, and he's not got great options.
Unfortunately not. He has to do the regular leaf, not the P-wing, because
yeah, I thought it was pretty much impossible with the P-wing.
So this could give. It depends on how Civil 1 behaves, and proa007, forget it.
I think that's probably the right choice. Eventually, you realize you're probably never going to get that subpixel like you need it. You just have to play it straight. But Proa is doing nicely, managing to get up so far, pretty far up the exit, and maintains his lead all the way to the final jumps.
Yeah, but he has to be careful about this upper portion, because surprise enemies like that.
Oh yeah, but he handled it expertly. He knew something was probably lurking for him, and he took him out nicely. Made the dodges he needed to do. That was an outstanding play.
Yeah, that could have been a Patui.
Something I have noticed about the randomizer is that when it gives you 3-8, it seems like more often than not, it gives you the angry sun.
Yeah, I feel like it does that for, like, most of the stages that involve, like, water that rests at the bottom of the screen.
Right. The case, HUmanMustard is now going to be joining or entering 7-1 in just a moment, and he is Super Mario.
Yes, this could be quite a boon if he gets it.
Pro making his way through the World 7 airship. Just getting to the end, he will find Roy here in Ludwig's cabin.
Okay, he got it.
Nicely done, and at about 280 on the timer when he finally gets it. So only about 20 seconds spent, whereas Proa probably lost easily a minute between the intentional nope out and all the attempts that he put before he decided to play it normally.
My 3 remaining worlds are desert, water, and pipes.
Oh, let's see if we get pipes next. That would be a nice little way to spice it up. And we do, and a hammer, which won't be able to be used until worlds 2 or 3.
Yeah, unless he gets a second one, double hammer play won't happen, realistically.
HUmanMustard has definitely tightened the lead that Proa has. Looks like probably about close to about a minute and a half again.
And moon jump Roy, hello, my friend.
Yeah. When our Koopalings lose their earthquake ability, they tend to do leg day, and in such a way they do. Now this looks like a very quick World 7 is in the mix if this opens up that path.
This could be huge.
Thanks, chat. Yeah, you're saying Pro is about 122 ahead after that, so... And it does.
That was not the correct fort, though.
So we've got to find another fort. And HUmanMustard finds 6-1, which we've already seen Pro play, so... I know that we're not going to get any additional knowledge at this point.
Just making him go the full distance, I see.
Oh, yeah, looks like he's going to have to come back and get that pipe just to the right of where he is in order to get to the island where he'll be able to play the fort.
Yeah, the lone cloud won't even help here.
Oh yeah, because he'll have to go back in either case. Good check, or good catch on that.
Yeah, it really has just been a straight pass.
Now what I would expect is, for at least the way it seems like it's going, is that HUmanMustard might be waiting to play his cloud when he finds a particularly rough stage, like 5-9. But we have a second cloud. Too late, though.
Yeah, but I think they also have... I think both of them have music boxes, so who knows if Mustard decides to play his early.
And if he does choose to play his early, losing out on the cloud, that could be a very bad decision that he'll never know. So with that, we do know the Pro has, of course, opened up the path to the castle. There's that only...
Now the long trek back.
Chooses not to use the music box. He's going to play the second Piranha stage.
Right, Mustard now has 2 clouds.
Okay, so with that in mind, you know, there wouldn't be any advantage. However, with keeping that in mind, though, there could be a situation where the 2 clouds comes in play in World 8 if there's a path that runners might see blocked, for example, by the 1 or 2 panel.
We still have 2 other worlds before that.
This is true. We have a 3 and a 2 left to play. And I don't think we've seen an Earthquakey Koopa Kid yet, which means that we are probably looking at Earthquakey Windy.
They might have used theirs early. Their music boxes. I'll have to look at their inventories again.
We may get a chance to see it here in a minute when we see the beginning of our next screen.
Okay, there's a level 10 right there.
So we only have 1 fort to play. Oh, and Isodome just damage boosting right on through the beginning. Through the giant enemies that guard 4-6. HUmanMustard taking the World 6 airship just a little bit slower.
There's our fort.
It's rolled 8 Fortress. So, right the gatekeeper for roll 3. And Ludwig, on HUmanMustard's side, jumped off the top of the screen.
Yeah, so those walls, they do have a height. And I think it is possible for them to jump so high and over the wall.
Yeah,
Don't quote me on that, though.
Yeah, it wasn't entirely off the screen. The bottom half of his sprite was still on the screen, but it definitely got some air.
Mustard is steadily creeping up on Pro-A.
Skips through and finds 4-6, of course, just the same way that Proa did. And he's also, it looks very similar to how Proa ended up playing his Fortress, even damage boosting through the same enemies.
Right, clouding past that, and there we go. Hello, Fortress. I mean, airship.
So, World 1 airship, so Proa did end up using... I missed that. Did Proa end up using his second cloud?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And a merciful arena to fight Wendy on.
True, with World 1 airship, just that one little block, and it kind of gives Proa a place to throw the fireballs from.
Now all that's left is desert, and we could see the hammer be used here. Because at most, it would skip like three levels.
And that hammer location, of course, being on the bottom right of the screen, you see that one rock, and there's one fort that looks like has to be played.
Yep.
HUmanMustard used his cloud as well.
Mustard still has the one, so he's not out of this yet.
Not at all. In fact, that does help him tighten the lead that Proa has on him. And it looks like Wendy probably was just 2 hits after all. Proa has 3 stages he's going to have to play before he can get to any possible shortcut, looking at the map. And depending on what stages those are, that could be where we see HUmanMustard use his cloud. Okay, so, and we've got our, chat giving us a rundown of what the gap is between our 2 runners. Thank you for that.
Here it is.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to say, finding an Atlantis or 5-9, we know immediately where the cloud will be used, and we can tell right now what plays are about to be made by HUmanMustard.
Ouch.
Oh, dodging the cheap cheeps and the blooper nanny. That's some nasty positioning for those enemies.
Now here's the thing. Mustard isn't safe, because he still has that other stage to clear before being safe from Atlantis.
That's definitely true. There is a possibility that some kind of misplay on his part could undo the effect the cloud would give him.
Proa still has the lead, but it's likely about to
Oh, you know what he could do,
narrow.
though? He could actually use his cloud and then go back and play the spade panel or the mushroom house and save his position with that. Oh no, he can't. But he does have the. No, he doesn't
Yeah.
have that either.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think.
He's got to play the pyramid.
Yeah, I don't think the spade panels in Toad Houses actually save positions. I don't recall it doing that.
May be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they do that. Just like the pipes. Of course, you almost never see it in randomizer races. What you will see is people entering a pipe, which is a very quick thing. You don't have the introductory text. But with that, we are now seconds away. Proa and HUmanMustard both setting up P-speed straps for the airship.
Pro was unable to cloud Atlantis because he did not have a cloud for it.
So Proa's one hit the base, hit the floor at 29.44. And HUmanMustard looks like it's going to hit at about 29.56, so a 12-second difference between our two runners going into World 8. I love this game. I love this randomizer because of these very tight races. So many of our runners show for us.
Now we've entered the Great Equalizer. The one that isn't pipes. This is where decision time happens.
So we've got a couple of people in chat throwing out how many bridges need to be built in World 8. I thought we saw one lock, which would put a limit of 3 bridges. I'm going to say -1 bridge. -1 bridge, where the bridge that does get built is behind the runners as they come out the pipe. Oh no, we could still have 4. We got 3s, 2s, 0s, all the numbers.
Okay, with some path divergence.
That's good. That definitely keeps the race exciting. HUmanMustard finding the L road with a hand trap. Not going there. Proa finds the hand bridge, but he doesn't see anything he wants to play just yet.
Yeah. Well, the pipes all lead the same place.
I think they were just in the same spot.
Oh, was Air Force Air Force?
I think Air Force was Air Force, and HUmanMustard finds one of the tank stages, but it's a fake tank. He's gonna go face to face with a chain chomp and nope out of there.
Right, so a false tank is nowhere important. That's good.
Right. False tank is right, way down in the bottom corner of the dark screen.
F2. Proa is probably just gonna book it and not stop for anything.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why he should. He's already maxed on his power up anyways. He can just do his P-speed strats and get out the door.
And the lucky enemy roster there's normally a Boo or a Hot Foot sitting underneath that pipe.
Now, we have not seen 7F1, Fort Knox yet, and neither of our runners...
Maybe it's here. Nope.
Maybe.
I think that's like the 3rd fortress? No, wait, that's all 4 of them, I think.
I thought there was one more. I don't think we've seen the real tank sprite.
Must have just completed it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It was on the same screen with the fake tank.
You know, I think Bowser Valley might be past that stage 1.
Oh. Nobody's got a cloud, so we're going to have to play it, if that is the correct answer.
But who will decide to do it first? Looks like it's
gonna
Pro
be
A.
Proa. And not a bad level. It's 4-5 with a boss bass, but I think they'll be able to take it.
Yeah, they are neck and neck right now.
Oh, this is an outstanding race. Proa with nothing but a power-up advantage as he makes away, and maybe an advantage of about 15.
Oh!
Oh, there's your advantage. That will definitely give him an advantage, and HUmanMustard, looking at his power-ups, equips the mushroom. And you're right, and it was 3 bridges and another stage that has to be played before we find our way to Bowser's Castle.
Does this count as 4? Because it's a stage right there with no clouds available. And also, yeah, boss bass everywhere, apparently.
Boss bass will have time to spawn again, but Pro waits and lets the shell take care of it.
That was pretty risky, but swag.
And HUmanMustard is going to equip his last item, Fire Flower, and uses it to dispatch boss bass right at the beginning, but Proa is in Bowser's Castle with the Fire Flower. Now, of course, our runners do have to go all the way. It's not over yet. We have clips to go and the fight with Bowser to finish.
Yep. They're both entering Bowser's Castle with the Fire Flower. Now it's dependent on who gets the clip and who gets the fire kill first.
Proa only takes 1 shot at the clip. He must feel like he's racing behind, but as you said, at this stage, you always have to feel like you're racing behind.
Oh!
And look at those random fireballs and the laser at the end.
Dr. Trash Panda with the raid. You picked a good time to raid, because that was quite the dodge on Proa's end.
Proa's still working on finishing up the 35 fireball hits and completes it.
Out of here. Get your G's up for proa007, everyone.
Whoa, that was not even fair on HUmanMustard's screen.
Yeah, it was
proa007 with an official time of 36 minutes and 29 seconds is the first completed out of our race today. HUmanMustard will be finishing up just shortly. But, oh yeah, Stewie Cartman joined in at an outstanding time. We had a close race between our 2 runners, HUmanMustard and proa007, and I've got no reason to suspect race number 2 is going to be any different.
Yeah, for the majority of round 1, Proa had like a steady minute lead, but then he was forced to play Atlantis that Mustard was just able to cloud, and that narrowed the gap considerably.
Well, we're going to get our next race set up. So, this is a best 2 out of 3. We've got at least 1 more race, and we'll find out whether HUmanMustard is able to force a rubber match. Stick around, we'll be right back. All right, everybody, this is Diesel Pilot. While I'm waiting for the second race to get set up, I'd like to say this to the community that's out there. You guys are wonderful, and it is because of you that Speed Gaming is able to happen. We've got the contributions and the work done by a nice team of volunteers and people who put their follows and their likes and who contribute either however they're able to do it. So a lot of people that are involved in it, including a team of volunteers, backstage people that help all the nice audio to come up and make sure that all the screens are up and running and synced. And it's because of you, though, that we're able to do this, and it's because of you that we do this. So while we're here, take a look at the runners, give them a follow on Twitch if you're able to, and if you'd like to, if you're able to, think about subscribing to one of the Speed Gaming channels. Every little bit helps, and it is because of you that we're able to do this. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to take another minute because our runners are getting set up. You can see their screens. Looks like our hashes are matched. And I'll also post the links so that you can join the communities, join our Discord. And if you'd like to, if you're not already part of the community, you can be part of the community. All we ask is that you have a little bit of enjoyment, have fun, and be kind. Well, Dust Minion, I'm looking at the chat over on Race Time, and it looks like our runners are excited and ready to go. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we're at it again. We got round 2 coming in hot.
We've already got somebody saying the entire world order. I think that's pretty awesome. We may as well go ahead and have fun with it. That's what we're all here for. It looks like the flag has been dropped, so our runners will be getting going in a minute. And with the last race, it was a 50-second difference, and that's not even nearly close to the closest time that we've had during this tournament. It's been amazing.
Indeed. It's worth mentioning the overall winner of this matchup will go on to the semifinals to face Teeks.
And Teeks is also in the chat and been having some fun, and we got a lot of friendly banner going on, and we got World 4 again.
Looks like the same general layout too. I think that court was in the same exact spot.
And we also saw a 7 panel, so this is going to be pretty close.
That said, that was a hammer, so we know this is a different scene.
Yeah, we saw a hammer on one side, healing on another. So the HUmanMustard looks like he's went ahead and stocked up on items a little bit. He got a hammer and a peeling, so both of those can be very handy. And it looks like the difference really is only the time that it took HUmanMustard to go and defeat that extra hammer bro.
Alright. First airship is the 6th one. I mean, that was an awkward start with it being almost identical to the previous one, but we have confirmation this is different.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I think that the race time random number generator gets a little bit trendy. Likes to make similar numbers or something, but or seeds that have similar features.
Probably the first to leave first world at 155.
And it looks like HUmanMustard is just 12 or 13 seconds right behind them. So very close match as we're leaving World 4. And we've got guesses already for the next world. We've got 3, 6, and 1. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever we get.
Mandatory tower.
Oh, yeah. So we don't know what that fortress will do either. And we do know that sometimes there are 3 fortresses in World 5. We don't see anything to contradict that just yet. Pro equipped his P-Wing for the tower stage. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't P-Wing. He was just...
That was...
I'm sorry.
He just
nope,
got
he just had
P-speed.
Yeah.
It's possible it gets P-speed, even without a star.
I just saw the raccoon tail, heard the whistling, and thought, oh, yeah, it's a P-Wing. Nasty case for the fire chomp, but Pro takes it out like he expects. We need the blue fortress.
My money says he's gonna go for the blue fort, because those tend to be linked.
Right, the blue lock and the blue fort. Yep, that's what I was thinking. HUmanMustard doing some nice platforming as he makes his way out of 5-6.
Yeah, Mustard playing it a little dangerously there.
We have another one of our beta stages, the 7-6 beta. Waterfall climb.
And some passive versions, Mustard went the other way and is playing the pyramid.
That was close to getting hit as part of that bomb's explosion, but he manages to keep his power up on the way out.
Oh, didn't scroll that brick on in time. Now it's time for 5F2, which is naturally in this place, just not in that location.
So, sort of a French vanilla here.
French vanilla.
HUmanMustard taking as well. And the blue fort is the fort that breaks that lock.
Yeah, so the racer's intuition was correct.
A little bit of a trolley 6-1 with that boss pass there.
Boss Best tends to like this stage.
Oh yeah, hangs out here a lot, I've seen. By the way, he's out of it and into the airship, and it looks like HUmanMustard will be joining him in just a few seconds.
Okay, 2-hit Roy.
Not bad, no earthquake. So, pretty easy fight.
Oh, Mustard choosing to hang on to his flower.
So, he may be going for a fire kill here, which is actually would have taken more time.
And, Boy, did not play any hitbox tricks today. This seed.
It looks like about a 17-second difference between our two runners as we enter World 6 and find 1-6 to start us off. Now, Proa was attempting the P-Speed but wasn't going to be able to make it, so he's going to go back along the runway, take off backwards, and he'll make his way out.
Yeah. I think that gap in the logs cut into his momentum.
HUmanMustard taking the walk of shame. Or the log ride of shame. Now, first fork check in World 6 turns out to be the Super Tanks. Mustard did an interesting look, screen scrolled the Hammer Brothers so that he could get a look at the rest of the map before coming back, deciding not to play them.
Surrounded by enemies. May as well go for the quicker one.
I think that was probably the thinking there. He gets a star out of it, but loses his power up. HUmanMustard wants no part of either of them and just goes back.
Yep. What do we got here?
I think we got ourselves
maybe the end.
We got here. So that's the second 10 panel that we have, and we have a divergence here as HUmanMustard finds 7-8, and Pro is playing 1-5.
Proa getting the shorter stage again.
Yeah. Sorry, not 7-8, that's 7-7. Our Muncher run.
Mustard,
Nice
get the fast run, though.
Yeah, that was a nice 2-cycle there.
And that is it for ice.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that slight difference in the routing going into 1-6, and we have probably just a 1-item difference and a... Oh.
Mustard takes the lead with the fire kill on that 5-hit Lemmy.
Nicely done. So, I mean, we're down just a couple of seconds now. Oh yeah, chat, we definitely got ourselves a race. This is looking like another awesome... This could be a classic one again. We've had a couple of them already in this tournament, and it's looking like a good one. So does mean we've had one Ice World, yes, but what about second Ice World?
Well, here's Proa for it again.
Other runners taking a little bit cautious going through. And HUmanMustard pausing at that tunnel.
Both entering with completely different power-ups.
Oh. Both playing just a little bit differently, but HUmanMustard's going to damage boost it.
Mustard decided, forget playing it safe. Just get to the end.
And I think that's probably a smart play there in a race like this, where you know it's going to have to be tight. Your first race was a 50-second difference. You know that every second that you can shave can be a big difference here as you go in through the rest of the race. So that's looking like his strategy.
And here's our friend Boss Bass again in 4-1.
Welcome back, and trying to make Mustard, trying to make a meal out of Mustard, but he's getting through so far. Oh, nicely done.
Okay. Okay. What a finish on that stage.
Oh, yeah. For a moment there, it looked like HUmanMustard's screen was scrolling into Proa's screen.
Now we have another beta stage, and I see that since proa was already fully powered, did not need to stop for that other power-up.
And they're running through it, and as chat's saying, they're down to frames, not even seconds. It's looking like frames.
Okay, what does this Hammer fight have? Star. I mean, it's not bad. It does what it needs to do. That was a hammer, would have been incredible.
Oh, imagine a hammer right where you need another one to be able to skip a couple stages.
Yeah, that would have been like
then once again,
three skip stages. Bam.
And the world won for it. So see if Proa takes the item knowing exactly where the lock is. Yep, indeed he does. I'd have been shocked if he didn't. HUmanMustard, so far, he's got one more chance at a power-up.
Oh, bye, Hammer brother.
What he wanted. Is that another star from the Hammer brother?
Maybe?
Yeah, chat's saying it was, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think, yeah, Mustard decided to just complete the fort so he doesn't have to do an extra stage that proa is doing.
Oh, okay, that, oh, right, I didn't see where that pipe was, and that was definitely a quicker route.
And,
my.
Yeah. And this is probably the best arena to have a Fire Flower on because of the elevation.
Now with that, or with Roy having, or sorry, with Morton having the Earthquake Sprite, it did mean that we have a little bit of difficulty trying to do the fire kills. So HUmanMustard and Proa, of course, both getting out with standard hits. Listening to the king talk at the same moments at the end of World 4. This is not something you see every day.
Especially not consistently. Okay. Okay, it's not so much a 50-50.
No, there's only one choice
they're likely
if you want to go.
Yeah. They could cloud it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
And yeah, just about 3 seconds. This seed is going pretty fast too. World 5 got 16 minutes in. No, faster compared to the last one.
Correct fort.
And
so, goodbye, other fort.
Oh, we hardly knew you.
Okay, proa has chosen to cloud. because that hammer roller was just right there.
Right, and equipping a star, it's a guaranteed win.
And he's going to Cloud again.
So, can't say I'm surprised at all. And with runners with this degree of skill, yeah, definitely a good call, too, with it ended up being Piranha Alley.
Yeah.
HUmanMustard looked like he was trying to duck the leaf power up there as he didn't want to lose his fire flower. Proa gets Larry out of the way, and so he'll definitely have a substantial lead going in.
But now Proa's fresh out of Clouds.
And we do have Worlds 3 and 7 coming up, and those could be there could be opportunities for the use of the Cloud. But I think that P-Wing will probably end up getting more use in World 7. Yeah, and we got World 7. Hey, Mike is a fighter. 4th one in a row. I bet you get the next one right, too.
A dead end there.
Oh, well, here's the opportunity for your Cloud.
Here's the thing. Clouding that might not even be a good play, because what if that fortress isn't the one?
Well, see how that ends up going. But yeah, that I think he does have 2 Clouds, just in case, but he would need 3 Clouds, because you have to progress, go back, and then progress again.
Yeah. Without a 30 Cloud, you end up having to do the stage anyway, so... Well, we'll see what Mustard does.
Well, only time will tell. So there is a fort down there that's blocked by 2 action stages. So we'll find out here in a moment. It's 5F1. That's our first fort. Okay, so he's going to take a look at what else he can do. He only has 2 Clouds, so this is definitely
Okay, the gamble.
We'll see the payoff here in a moment on Proa's side.
The verdict is... nope.
Oh. And he'll find out in a moment that he had to play 5-9.
Oofta.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a heartbreaker.
He is resigned to playing it. I don't blame him.
Not at all. I mean, he'd already taken a look at it. He already knew what was coming up anyways. So... and no sense in wasting 2 Clouds when you know that you got to do it. Now Proa picks up a music box just in time and not be able to use it.
It's good that 5-9 is done and out of the way, because, it has a tendency to bug out and not spawn a platform that you need to make progress. Because character limits.
Man, it's a weird little bugs that happen sometimes. I hate when the hate to see runners end up losing good runs because of something like that, but it is what it is. HUmanMustard looked at taking a star into the Piranha stage, but chooses against it, and it's about to be clearing it. Yeah, chat, there's
Right.
yep, character limits
There
and
it
sprite
is.
limits that exist in the game. Oh, nice. 2-5. A little technical challenge, but nothing too bad.
Yeah, 2-5 is one of the shortest stages in the game.
HUmanMustard still trying to look around and seeing 3-1 now.
Right, 7-3.
Almost in the 7-3 spot.
Oh!
Oh, I think he might have been trying to go back and get that paratrooper, but just missed it. And he's going to go for the continuous star now. Oh, no, he's not. I thought that was going to be a continuous star play he was going to make. And HUmanMustard just saying that his stage that he found was not the right one. He's going back to play 7-4 now. And Proa enters World 6F1.
Right. Good call to cut off the tail there and get some speed back.
Yeah, that's a long, slow ride on that lift. So Proa knows he's got the road wide open. All he has to do is go and make his way to the right pipe.
Now, all things considered, this is still not a lock. Mustard still has a cloud.
Mustard still has a cloud, and Mustard also, Proa has, looks like he's trying to remember how to get back.
Yep. That's typical pipes.
Well, I think he's got it figured out now, and he's in the 5 airship. Mustard is also going to damage boost over the floor of spikes. Does one shot at the clip, doesn't make it. But Proa has picked up the wand at about 2608.
Now then, how bad is water going to be?
Now we got people in chat saying 3 forts with Fort Knox. I see 1 fort on the screen already.
Yeah, no, Proa has a tendency to enter Knox exactly with a tail.
Yeah, that's good luck to have, too. Looks like we may have found the pipe that takes us to Wendy. And we see the lock.
There's Wendy.
Yep. So we know which pipe takes us to Wendy. We know there's a couple of forts, and Proa's going to do his 50-50 shot and finds 4F1. HUmanMustard getting the face full of Ludwig with the moon jump.
Okay, so that was not the answer.
And HUmanMustard has the wand at 27:48, so we're looking at about a minute 40. And yeah, I tend to agree with chat that there's not much use for the cloud with this map. But HUmanMustard is going to play the right fort first. He's playing 4F2, which is the one that we know will defeat or will break that lock guarding the path to the airship.
Yeah, but now he needs to find the pipe for Wendy.
Right,
He doesn't yet know it's the correct one.
Yep, doesn't know, and he only has a little bit of the answer so far.
Everyone get your guesses in on how many bridges while we wait for Proa to finish up.
Let's play for Wendy too.
FP5 hit Wendy on this arena. Icky.
Yeah, that could be a back-breaking a back-breaking fight there for sure.
I'd still take that over non-heavy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, chat. It's the runners are not permitted to look at the other person's stream, so they don't know what the other player has done. And yeah, because we do have people watching the streams, we can. I mean, it's also sort of an honor system thing, but yeah.
They are on their own. They're not in a room together. I mean, a Discord room together.
And we only have one bridge, but we have one level.
Okay, maybe that cloud will be useful for something.
Yeah, there's no sense in taking it all the way to Bowser's Castle, for sure. And HUmanMustard just got the news that he will be able to put that cloud to use.
And now he needs to find the correct fort. The hunt begins.
And he's right on Pro's tail as he enters World 8 Fort. Well, can you imagine if this builds the bridge and we have a near sync going into Bowser's Castle?
Okay, a poof.
But we also have 2 F1.
Man, 2 of the longest fortresses in the game back to back.
HUmanMustard just barely not able to get the one cycle, and also just barely missed collecting that coin that would have opened up that brick.
You know what? Now that he's small, doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, might as well We'll take whatever advantage you have.
This is a lot closer than it seems.
We do have a path divergence. HUmanMustard plays the role 3 fort in the Air Force sprite.
Okay, Pro is going to check back to see if that was the answer.
And it's 2 pipe transitions.
It
That's
was
a
not.
long road. It's not. Oh, I know. Whether we see HUmanMustard take that fort, which is on the other side that Pro just figured out, that could be a huge
Okay.
hit.
And that broke a lock. And,
So we see the
Okay.
tank sprite.
Oh. Well then. So.
So it's
that-
the other tank sprite on the L road. That's the real tank.
Yeah, he has to do this to open that lock to make it to the true tank.
Proa has entered that tank as well. He sees it and he's... Okay, it looks like he's going to play it.
Let's do it. It's a false tank.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if he thinks that by doing this he could get to another place, another pipe that would take him there.
Alright, hand trap.
And yep, gonna go right on up into the piranha plant.
And hand trap again.
So how many times do you play the hand trap before, or do you trade 1-ups before you just play it?
Well, I let him pass this time.
And he finds his way to the actual tank, which is the Navy.
And this will be the answer. Although probably we'll still have to complete that stage that's in front of the valley.
And HUmanMustard was allowed to pass.
He will still have to try to get past it again on the return.
Yes, he will.
Proa does in fact have a cloud.
Oh. Well.
But did Mustard use it when he when I wasn't looking? I'm getting conflicting messages by the chat.
I didn't think Proa had a cloud, but maybe.
I was asking if Mustard had one.
Oh, I thought Mustard did have one still.
Yeah, he does. Oh no, the grab. This is the worst time for grabs to start happening.
And HUmanMustard is no pouting. He's got a few more tries.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's oh, but Proa, oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I think the RNG is just on a loop, and Proa is in Bowser's Castle.
And number 4.
Four tries before he finally gets through, but Proa is already up the top of the disco ball.
Might be too late. Okay, there's a flower for Proa.
Okay, he is out of it. So there's HUmanMustard. He did have a cloud that he spent, and he enters Bowser's Castle with a P-Wing, but Proa is already in the top road.
Will he be as fortunate as last time? Nope.
So HUmanMustard course, he does still have to get the Fire Flower, but I don't think there's enough time. I think we got 5 stops for Bowser, and he's done. So it's going to HUmanMustard.
Yeah, I don't think even the clip would have been enough.
Yeah, HUmanMustard does get hit twice. So he goes into the fight as Small Mario. And here we go.
And that is it. Get your G's up for proa007. He will move on to semifinals.
That was an outstanding race. Another awesome race by these two guys. See, Pro's official time, 37 minutes and 51 seconds. Wow, well, nicely done. On kind of just a rude seed. And here we got, okay, HUmanMustard has finished also. And with that, Pro's official time, 37 minutes, 51 seconds. And HUmanMustard's 38 minutes and 20 seconds. So the second race, even closer than the first, and only a 29-second split between our two runners.
Yeah.
I mean, this just speaks to one of the both the quality of the play that we've been getting out of our runners over the last couple of years as they've become more skilled and more developed. It also helps to show that the game, our runners have figured out most of the best strategies in addition to being able to execute them well. So you have to have both parts. You have to have knowledge of the game and you have to have execution.
Even then, as you saw, bad luck can still have its way with you.
Oh yeah, luck is a big part of it as well. I mean, it's probably cost HUmanMustard easily 20 seconds of that 29-second difference just on the hand stage. And Proa, he only got pulled down once, whereas HUmanMustard got pulled down 4 times. Or Proa got pulled twice. HUmanMustard got pulled 4 times. So yeah, it is a lot of it luck. Now, the luck doesn't make the whole difference. There was, I think Proa had probably just better execution tonight, but HUmanMustard, you can't say that it was all just skill. There was an enormous element of luck that was part of it too.
That is true, and we will have a word with Pro A in a moment.
So, in either way, I had fun with this. I hope you did too, chat, and my partner Dustman, and I hope you all enjoyed it because this was an outstanding race, an outstanding match of 2 races the whole way through. We had several opportunities for path divergence that our runners did take, several 50-50s, and different uses of items that all were important to how the outcome worked. And we have in the chat booth proa007. GG and congratulations.
GG.
Thank you. My heart was in my throat the last 2.5 minutes. Like I'm looking at the thing at the interface. Like, come on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Both matches were incredibly close.
Well, yeah, going in, I knew there were 4 outcomes to this. A sweep by either of us, or or a 3-game brawl. I didn't think me sweeping was going to happen. I've played against Mustard many a time. He's very good. He has beaten me more than I've beaten him. So I knew it was going to be a hell of a fight. And you look at the times. It was about an 80 seconds difference total. So that tells you everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it. it's definitely shown. We got a 50-second gap in the first game, and then 29 seconds in the second game, and that's just a couple of bad Hammer Brother fights.
Yeah. I know he mentioned after game 1 that he ran into some trouble early in game 1, and I was cruising through game 1, and then 7-1 happened, and it's like, oh boy. So that threw me off my balance for a couple of worlds, and I finally kind of got my rhythm again by world 7 or so.
But then Atlanta said hi.
Yeah. Well, that's just bad luck. I mean, I would still play my clouds the exact same way, pretty much every single time. So, that's just a circumstance of my style. That's just bad luck.
Now, that is one thing about it, is that when we're watching this game here, we have the advantage of being able to see the whole game as it is played out. But when you're right there in the race and you've got no knowledge of what's coming up, the only thing you know of what you've already passed, and you got to play the cards you dealt.
Yeah, I was using Makobra's tracker, world and fort tracker, so I had a pretty good idea, what was on the board as far as forts were concerned. No Fort Knox tonight, I might add, which really is surprising. But
now that you mention it, we didn't see Fort Knox at all.
Yeah, so that underlines, I think, just how interesting I'm sure these matches were, and that's the kind of fort where if you have the right item, which is why I was kind of hanging on to the raccoon tail probably a bit longer than I otherwise would have. I was like, come on, Fort Knox, and give me a freebie here.
Oh, actually, Dust Minion, you mentioned that Proa seems to get Fort Knox right as he gets a raccoon tail, and it just never showed up tonight.
Yeah,
it knew.
No, and overall, I mean, I thought I played really well. One thing I did try to do in my practice in the past week was to be more aggressive. Really kind of pressing the attack with some P speed strats, and taking damage boosts as needed, and really kind of going after it, because I know Mustard is also very aggressive. And he's very smart with his routing, so I had to be equal to the challenge, and I knew that was one way I could, if not give myself an advantage, at least level the playing field a little bit. So, but I'm very pleased with how I played overall. I apart from one or two silly mistakes, I thought I played pretty solidly.
I would agree. The execution by both of you was on point. I think looking at from how the game went on my side, it did seem that maybe the execution on your end was probably a little bit better, but I don't think that was what made the difference. If you try to take a look at maybe some sort of statistics, how many hits people took that weren't intentional, still, the execution, as I said, was outstanding on both of your ends.
A sterling performance from the both of you.
I knew Mustard was going to bring it, because both of us have been angling for our first semifinals bid. Ever. Both of us have been, the bridesmaids, but never the brides, so to speak. We've never been in the final four. We've never gotten a chance to play, extra matches. So, that on top of everything else is particularly gratifying to me, because, even if, I fall to Teeks in the semifinals, at least I get a shot at the bronze medal, so that's definitely a step forward for me. But, like I said, I wouldn't have been surprised, by any four of the outcomes, except for maybe this one. This was the one I thought was least likely, and with a couple of breaks, probably it sounds like it could have easily been 2-zip Mustard, and I wouldn't have batted an eye. It's like, well, that's the way this goes.
Well, congratulations on progressing to the semis. It's definitely a high five, and
thank you.
Look forward to seeing your match against Teeks.
Yeah, he's sniped me in the last couple of last couple of weeklies we've had together. So I know his reputation is sterling as far as vanilla and randomizer goes. He's one of the tops in both. So it's definitely gonna be a grinder for sure. That could easily go 3, and I'm expecting it to go 3, but we'll see what happens. And Takes is very, very good, and his bid is well deserved.
Well, I was not going to argue at all. Dick's been an outstanding performer, and but I do think that however it turns out, it will be a worthy challenge. And I do want to go and give a shout out to HUmanMustard. He isn't going to be joining us in chat, but still an outstanding performance by HUmanMustard. Absolutely good game, and hope to see you again out there.
Yeah, I will say Mustard is the one who got me into this, who encouraged me to join this tournament back in early 2018. So I do owe him for that much. He was the one who poked his head, like, "Are you joining this tournament?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get walloped, but okay, fine, I'll do it." And here we are over 3 years later. So so I owe him a great deal of gratitude for that, if nothing else.
Well, nicely done.
Here you are among the Elite Four.
Yes. Well, thanks to SpeedGaming and GG's guys on the commentary. I can't wait to watch the playback. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
I hope you enjoyed as much as we enjoyed watching it.
All right.
Indeed.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Well, Dust Minion, that wraps up this match with proa007 taking a 2-0 victory over HUmanMustard. And as you heard, he was surprised and seems very happy to be moving along into the semis.
So, indeed, Rooney.
So do you have anything else before we sign off that you'd like to say to our viewers?
Well, looking at the schedule, the Hacksaw versus Stewie Cartman is scheduled for June 19th at 4 p.m.
Oh, that's
the channel hasn't been decided yet. And over on the Challenge Cup side, we have Leslie Pro04 versus Jay Coper, also on June 16th at 8 p.m. on SpeedGaming 2. And June 17th, S Diesel versus Demon Battler at 7 p.m.
Indeed. And we do have other matches that haven't yet been scheduled, but will be scheduled over the next few days. So take a look at the speedgaming.org, speedgaming.org. Click on the schedule link and take a look at what all is going on, because there's lots of activity in Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer and a variety of other games. So you're always welcome to join us on Twitch. And as I said earlier, you can join us in our Discord channels. We'd love to have people. All we ask is you enjoy it and be kind with it and make it what you will. It's a nice community, and I'm glad to be part of it. They let me do what I do, and I have had fun with it. And the only other thing that I'm going to say, Dust Minion, before I sign out is everybody be safe and be kind. And I'll see you on the other side.